Hey everybody, thanks for stopping in. I really appreciate you guys being here. The very first minute of this video, I am not talking. That's why I'm doing this little voiceover. However, the camera was rolling and I wanted you guys to see the steps that it took me. Plus, it takes 10 minutes for those chips to melt. So hang on guys, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, everybody, thank you so much for stopping in. I'm going to let you know what I've done so far. I played the video. I was cooking dinner while I was heating up the chips. You know, it takes about 10 minutes for the chips to heat up. So what I did is I had about 9 ounces. I showed you the scale in the first part of the video. And the recommendation is to use 2 tablespoons for 12 ounces. So I used a little bit under 2 tablespoons, but temperature's your friend, because when you dip things, oh, look at that. See, this is the difference, and it's not even melted all the way. This is the difference between adding the thins, the easy thins in versus not. I hope this video helps someone. See, this is Wilton chocolate. And it's not even melted all the way yet. And look at that flow. I'm trying to keep my hand out of frame. Look at that flow. You know, this is very important, especially when you're doing cake pops, the way that I'm going to show you how to do them. In the previous video, I made the cake. I crumbled the cake, add the icing to the cake, put the cake in the molds, stuck them in the refrigerator, took them out the molds, and they've been back in the refrigerator. I had to go to work, so they've been in the refrigerator in an airtight container. So what I should have done is I should have taken these out and let these hit room temperature, which I did not. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? So, I don't know if y'all see my last video, but look how many cake pops I have left. This is what happened when you leave your kid, your 18-year-old child at home. This was full, okay? So I guess I won't be sharing cake pops with my coworkers. This was literally, there were like 4, I think they were like this, and then there was another row there. And then I had the parchment paper on top and one single one on top of there. Yeah, like who eats 5 cake pops in one night? Now I got an attitude. Well, coworkers won't be getting cake pops. Sorry, coworkers. Anyway, so I'm gonna take the temperature of this chocolate, and it's at like it says 114. Can you guys see that? Oh, nope. It's skipping all over the place. Okay, let's do this. We're gonna go ahead and turn this off because I don't need for it to stay warming, because I'm gonna go ahead and dip these soon. I love this thing. Come on. Okay, so it's at like 113, which would be a perfect temperature to go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and finish dipping the pretzels, and then I will show you guys the cake pops. Unfortunately, I won't be able to take any to my coworkers to share. We had this conversation about her messing with my baked goods. Just rude as hell. And so those are just pretzel rods that I broke in half, and I'm gonna take to my coworkers. Maybe I'll just eat them myself. I don't know yet. But the cake pops are next. I'm not even gonna put a glove on because I'm not even taking it to my doggone coworkers. These are gonna be kept here and save them for my babies. If my 18-year-old doesn't eat them all. So this is the cake pop I took out of the mold in the other video. And so as you can tell in here, it's really nice and loose. And so I'm going to dip it down, turn it over, dip it down. Oh my gosh, that's not gonna work. I gotta do that again, guys, because you can't see. Okay, so I'm gonna dip this down, turn it over, dip it again. Now the thing is, if you feel like your chocolate is getting too thick, then warm it back up, okay? Because these cake pop, the chocolate is heavy. You don't want your cake pop to start to sag. Now, I like a really thick coating on the cake pop. I feel like, you know, people, if people are going to pay for my treats, they need to get what they're paying for, okay? Sorry. But like I mentioned time and time again in my videos, my house is cold. I just can't do heat. And then plus, it's in the freaking dead of winter right now. So I think my thermostat is at, it's at 68. And so see how I just raise that up just a little bit just by putting it back in the Wilton pot, because the Wilton pot stays warm. Let me show you guys what the temperature of the Wilton pot, and it's been off. Come on. Okay, so it's about the same temperature as the pot, but look how hard. See, that's firming up really fast. Let me give this a stir. I'm telling you, those easy thins, game changer. Look at that. Game changer. Also, one of the important things to do, guys, is the ratio. The ratio is very important. See, reading is fundamental, because the first time I used those easy thins, it was because I had watched a YouTube video, and she was like, she used four tablespoons, and I did it. And let me just tell you, 4 tablespoons, your stuff is not right. It's oily. I was like, why? Like, did it look good? Yeah, but it was super thin, and that was her thing. She was like, to get it super, you know, to get it really thin, a really thin coat, use this many, and it'll give you a really nice shine. And I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. But it was too thin. Now this, I am using a lot of chocolate. As you can tell, there's a big pool around it. But for me, since I'm not selling these, that's okay. I really want to take these to work. See, you can easily just wipe off here, run it up the back there, if that's what you're doing. But I love the chocolate on here, and these are red velvet. And so this red velvet and this dark chocolate, y'all, it tastes amazing. But yeah, you see how I'm running that off there like that? You can easily do that. But me, I like this, like the feet around it. To me, I feel like those are like the fries at the bottom of the bag. I like that. I like to nibble on that sometimes before. Okay, I know it's time to go to work, but I need to finish this video for my people. Y'all, I better not get a point at work messing around with y'all. Gotta finish, I gotta finish. I gotta finish. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming. Y'all, that's my new motto. Because lately, I swear, I feel like I'm Dory. Like, where am I going? Like, what? Let's see that? You guys like that? You like that? Hope so. And so this is my most favorite method. You know, I really like this method because you can play with the colors more. Like if you wanted to do a two-tone dip, you can do that versus with the mold. I mean, you can do it with the mold. My chocolate always cracked in the mold. It did. I don't know why, but it did. This is my favorite method. It is. And then what you can do is take your extra chocolate and put it in a piping bag and do a drizzle. And my chocolate is starting to get firm. So I really need to go ahead and use this up. Thing about these sprinkles, you gotta get them on there when that chocolate is warm. If not, they don't stick. What I love about drizzling the pretzels is that one's gonna be eaten right now. Is that if you don't go all the way down, that's when you go down with the drizzle. I always get one that's like my ugly friend. That's what I call the pretzel. It's my little ugly friend because the chocolate was starting to get cold, and so he always comes out clumpy. Now it's starting to get clumpy. So because I'm gonna show you guys. So when the temperature comes down, drops down, see how thick it gets? And that's not good for piping. That's not good for dipping. And some people think, oh I can't dip my strawberries or I can't dip my cake pops because it's so thick. It's because your temperature is too low. You need to bring the temperature of your chocolate up a little bit, and then it gets thinner. Then you do your dipping, and then as it cools down, it sets. Okay, this is mine. I'll see y'all later. I gotta get ready for work.